title Hulk's Journey in the MCU Part 1 Rise, Raw Power, The Fall of the Beast. The Marvel Cinematic Universe MCU has introduced numerous iconic characters to global audiences, but few are as beloved and misunderstood as the Incredible Hulk. From being a monstrous force of rage to a misunderstood hero, Hulk's journey through the MCU has been nothing short of turbulent. In this two-part exploration, we dive deep into the highs and lows of Hulk's character arc, focusing in this first part on his origins, early peak, and the beginning of his downfall in the cinematic narrative. The Incredible Hulk, 2008, The Raw Monster. The Hulk's first true standalone appearance in the MCU came with The Incredible Hulk, 2008, starring Edward Norton as Bruce Banner. This film is often overlooked but remains crucial in setting up the foundation of Hulk's character. What made this version of Hulk so compelling was its tone, dark, brooding, and emotionally intense. Banner is portrayed as a deeply troubled man, haunted by the monster within. Early on, we see a deleted scene where Bruce attempts suicide, only for the Hulk to stop him by smashing the gun. This perfectly captures the emotional trauma and fear Banner holds against his alter ego. This Hulk wasn't just big and green. He was a genuine threat, a raging, uncontrollable beast. His action scenes were brutal and grounded. He crushed enemies with terrifying ease, and the Abomination, his antagonist, was equally monstrous and menacing. The film's climax, where Hulk fights to protect Betty Ross, shows a monster capable of love and choice, making it a nuanced depiction. Even by the end of the film, Banner's development is visible. Through meditation and focus, he begins learning to control the transformation, ending the film with the iconic smirk, suggesting not defeat by the Hulk, but harmony with it. Hulk Aura rating 10/10. The Avengers 2012, Monster Unleashed, then came the first Avengers movie. Mark Ruffalo replaced Edward Norton due to creative differences. Marvel didn't like the direction Norton wanted to take the character, so they brought in Ruffalo for a different flavor. Despite the recasting, Hulk's presence in the Avengers is unforgettable. Bruce Banner starts the film in hiding, afraid of his powers. He lives isolated, notably in Kolkata, reflecting his inner turmoil. The control he had at the end of the 2008 film seems lost or forgotten by the MCU, but when the Hulk does emerge, it's pure chaos. His fight with the Chitauri and even his battle with Thor aboard the helicarrier showcase his raw power. Hulk smashing Loki into the floor remains one of the most iconic MCU moments. He's still largely uncontrollable, but the audience loves him because of the sheer spectacle he brings. A deleted scene with a security guard also adds depth, where Banner has a meaningful conversation after a crash. Again, such scenes being cut takes away from the emotional nuance that Hulk's arc deserves. Hulk Aura rating 9/10. Avengers Age of Ultron 2015, cracks begin to show. Age of Ultron starts showcasing the problems with Hulk's portrayal. While still a powerful fighter, he begins losing that terrifying edge. He's paired romantically with Black Widow, which feels forced and doesn't resonate with many fans. However, the film does have an intense sequence where Wanda Maximoff manipulates Hulk's mind. He goes berserk, causing mass destruction until Iron Man intervenes using the Hulkbuster armor. The fight is visually stunning but logically questionable. Hulk is supposed to be the strongest Avenger, yet he's brought down solo by Tony Stark. In the comics, Hulk is rarely defeated by Iron Man alone. Usually it takes multiple heroes or extreme strategies. This downplaying of Hulk's power is a sign of things to come. Still, Age of Ultron retains some emotional complexity, especially with Hulk choosing to leave Earth, fearing he's a danger to everyone. Hulk Aura rating 7/10. Thor Ragnarok 2017, the beginning of the end. After leaving Earth, Hulk ends up on the planet Sakaar in Thor Ragnarok, a film that blends comedy with cosmic action. Taika Waititi's direction injects humor into the MCU, and while the movie is a fan favorite, it marks the clear turning point for Hulk's character. Here, Hulk is less of a monster and more of a comedic sidekick. He talks, acts like a child, and has the intelligence of a toddler. While it's entertaining, it's far removed from the intimidating force he once was. Ragnarok teases elements from the Planet Hulk and World War Hulk storylines, both epic sagas in the comics. But instead of a deep emotional journey, we get jokes and light-hearted banter. Hulk even loses to Thor in the Gladiator match, something hardcore fans found frustrating. In the comics, Hulk is a god killer. In the MCU, he's punchline material. Still, his friendship with Thor adds some depth, and the action remains engaging, but it's clear the Beast is now Avengers Infinity War 2018 The Fall Begins, the opening scene of Infinity War delivers a major blow to Hulk fans. Hulk fights Thanos and gets brutally defeated within a minute. No power stone, no external help, just fists. Hulk loses quickly and refuses to come out again for the entire movie. This is a pivotal moment not just for the film but for Hulk's legacy. The strongest Avenger is now hiding. While some argue this was a psychological response, Hulk embarrassed and hurt, others believe it was just poor writing to make Thanos look stronger. A deleted scene reveals that Bruce and Hulk have a conversation. Hulk says he's tired of being used only for fights. Bruce offers a deal to share the body, suggesting early steps towards Smart Hulk. But cutting this scene robbed the character of crucial development. Hulk aura ratings are 100. 10. The fall and potential resurrection of the Hulk in the MCU. The fall of the Hulk character in the Marvel. Smart Hulk and the missing evolution. In Avengers Endgame, we are introduced to Smart Hulk or Professor Hulk, a combination of Bruce Banner's intellect and the Hulk's body. While this may sound exciting in theory, the execution leaves a lot to be desired. The transformation into Smart Hulk isn't even shown on screen. Instead, we meet him casually at a diner explaining that he spent 18 months in a gamma lab to merge the two personalities. This off-screen development robs the audience of a critical evolution of one of the most powerful Avengers. Fans were deprived of seeing the emotional, psychological, and physical struggles Bruce Banner must have gone through to achieve this synthesis. Imagine the cinematic depth a montage or a subplot would have added to his journey. Instead, the character jumps from fear to full control with no visible process. Hulk's role in the final battle. During the epic final battle in Endgame, Smart Hulk's contribution is surprisingly underwhelming. Yes, he does snap his fingers using the nano gauntlet, bringing everyone back, which is indeed a heroic and physically damaging act. But aside from that, he largely fades into the background while Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor steal the spotlight. Why didn't we see Hulk going toe-to-toe with Thanos alongside the other heavy hitters? Why wasn't he allowed a moment of rage-fueled combat, especially after his humiliating defeat at the hands of Thanos in Infinity War? Smart Hulk was calm, calculated, and cautious. Admirable qualities in Bruce Banner, but not what fans expect from the Hulk. She-Hulk and the final straw. Then came the She-Hulk Disney Plus series, which many fans saw as the nail in the coffin for Hulk's cinematic integrity. In this series, we see Hulk training his cousin Jennifer Walters, who becomes She-Hulk. Not only does she gain control over her powers far more quickly than Bruce did, but she also mocks some of the very struggles Bruce had to endure over multiple films. This show, which leaned heavily into comedy, turned the Hulk into a comic relief character. Abomination, once a menacing villain in The Incredible Hulk 2008, is also reduced to a tame version of his former self. The threat and gravitas these characters once had were sacrificed for laughs, and many fans felt the damage was irreversible. Red Hulk, the Leader, and Brave New World. Looking ahead, we know that Red Hulk and the Leader are set to appear in the upcoming film Captain America: Brave New World. The Leader, portrayed by Tim Blake Nelson, was last seen in The Incredible Hulk when he was beginning to mutate. What went wrong? Skull. Off-screen character arcs. The biggest disservice to Hulk was transitioning him into Smart Hulk off-screen. This evolution was critical and deserved screen time. 2. Loss of rage. Hulk's defining trait, his uncontrollable rage, was slowly erased. He turned from a fearsome monster to a docile green scientist. 3. Comedy over depth. While humor has always been a strength of the MCU, leaning too heavily into it, especially in She-Hulk, reduced the gravitas of Hulk's story. The true merge. Perhaps what we've seen as Smart Hulk is not the true merge of Hulk and Banner. Maybe there's still an internal struggle. A future arc could explore this and result in a final, balanced form of Hulk, one that retains intellect but channels primal rage. Final thoughts. Hulk is one of the most iconic characters in Marvel's lineup, and his treatment in the MCU post-Avengers has been lackluster at best. While the Smart Hulk has some merit, fans miss the raw, unstoppable force that made Hulk legendary. The best thing the MCU can do now is give Hulk the standalone story he deserves, a film that captures his internal conflict, physical might, and emotional depth. Until then, fans can only hope and maybe rage a little. Stay tuned, because the Green Goliath might just smash back harder than ever.